All right. Hey there, friends. It's Mandy. I am so excited to be back with you all for another guided meditation. So, for today's meditation, we are going to be talking all about the root chakra. In Sanskrit, it is the Muladhara chakra, Mula being root, and Dara meaning support or base. Actually, for the next several weeks, starting with this meditation, we will be working on all of the chakras. So, of course, based on the traditional chakra system, all seven. So, we're starting today with the first chakra. And just in case you don't know, a chakra is an energy center within the body. As I mentioned earlier, the traditional chakra system has seven, starting with the root at the base of the spine, working all the way up the body through that main energy channel, all the way up to the crown of the head. So I might do another video on this, going a little bit more in depth, but just to give you a little bit of information to start today, the root chakra, as I mentioned earlier, it's located right at the base of the spine. It's associated with the color red. It's associated with grounding, vitality, stability. It's also associated with just that feeling of security and survival instincts, and just overall making sure that all of our needs are met on an everyday basis. So, our very most basic needs of food, water, shelter, basically those things that we have to have before we can do any other kind of work on ourselves, before we take care of our emotional needs, our mental health. We have to make sure that we're surviving before we can do anything else. And that is the energy of the root chakra, that feeling of safety, that feeling of security. And I feel like that's actually um, really good timing that we're ending up doing this one right now, especially with the whole global pandemic situation. I know there is definitely just this overall feeling, just this fear, this paranoia. We're worried about our safety. We're worried about our health. A lot of people are worried that their basic needs, their most basic needs, are not going to be met. So I think it's actually a really good time that we really connect with that root chakra energy and really ground down into the earth and just remember that we are safe. All of our needs will be met, and so on and so forth. When the root chakra is in balance, we feel emotionally stable. All of our basic needs are met. And we have a better ability to cope with challenges because we're not worried about where that next meal is going to come from. We're not worried about our safety, which means that we're really able to relax and take things in stride a little bit better. When our root chakra is out of balance, our thoughts might feel jumbled. We might have a lack of focus, lack of general commitment. We might feel tired, lethargic. We might have a lack of proper self care. And I'm not talking about bubble baths and frappuccinos. I'm talking about basic self care of proper hygiene, getting enough physical activity, exercise, making sure we're eating nutritious, healthy foods. And I do just want to add that this is not an extensive list by any means. These things can show up differently in everybody. So you might be experiencing some of the things that I'm talking about, whether your root chakra is in balance or out of balance. You might be experiencing something completely different. So this is not a set in stone anything. This is just an example of how it might show up in the body. So that is all I'm going to say about that for now. Like I mentioned, I might do another video in the future. If you guys would like, let me know, where I talk a little bit more about the chakras and energetic body in depth. But without further ado, let's begin to make ourselves comfortable as we prepare for our meditation. So first thing I want to mention, I'm going to stay sitting upright for this, just since I'm the one guiding it. It's easier for me to stay upright and talk at the same time. However, if it feels better on your back to lie down, you are welcome to. If you're in the recliner, feel free to kick back, kick your feet up. If you want to stay sitting, you might be sitting in a chair, on a couch. If you're sitting on the floor on your yoga mat like I am, I have lots of height underneath my seat, so that way my back and my hips can relax. So I'm sitting up on a bolster. I also have my feet resting up on a little folded blanket here, just because it's a really, really nice cushion for the ankles. But take a moment, maybe light some incense, get some candles going, maybe grab some water, grab a cup of tea, turn the lights down low, do whatever you need to do to make yourself comfortable and get ready for your meditation. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, now that we have made ourselves comfortable, let's all begin to close our eyes. Just start to relax through your shoulders a little bit more. Relaxing into the muscles of the face and the jaw. And now I want you to bring your awareness to your breath. You might begin to place one or maybe even both hands over your belly, totally optional. And just really start to breathe deep down into that space. With every breath, feeling those inhales and exhales growing just a little bit longer. Slowly deepening and slowing the breath. Staying with these slow, deep breaths. We'll now begin to shift our awareness down to the base of our spine. Take a deep breath in, beginning to fill the body all the way up. And as you exhale, begin to push that energy all the way down the body, down through the base of the spine. And as you do, we want you to imagine roots growing down through the base of the spine, through the body, down into the earth, anchoring you here into this space. Full breath in, fill it up. Exhale, push that energy all the way down, feeling those roots growing deeper and stronger. Again, inhale, fill it all the way up. Exhale once more, bringing it all the way down. Feeling a heaviness begin to creep into your body. Perhaps you feel as if a weighted blanket has been rested over your shoulders, dropping them down and away from the ears. The arms grow a little bit heavier. Your seat and your legs grow a little bit heavier. And all the while, these roots keep growing down through the soil, through the rocks, anchoring you, stabilizing you right here into this moment, into this place, into this time. Already starting to feel that deep support of the earth. Stay with this for just a couple more breaths. We'll now begin to bring our awareness back to the base of our spine. Begin to notice that red ball of energy, your root chakra. At first, we'll just take a moment, notice just what it looks like. Is it big or is it small? What shade of red is it? Does it seem to be a pure red ball of energy, or maybe you see flecks of other colors? Is it moving? If so, is it moving fast or is it slow? Is it spinning clockwise or counterclockwise? Or maybe even moving a little sporadically? Just begin to notice. Now maintaining that visual, take a deep breath in. Feel yourself filling all the way up. As you exhale, begin to feel that root chakra, that glowing red ball of energy begin to grow just a little bit bigger. Inhale, begin to fill all the way up. Exhale, feel that energy growing larger and larger. Again, inhale, fill it all the way up. Exhale, feel that red glowing energy growing larger and larger until your entire body is completely encased, completely surrounded in that warm red energy. Just taking a moment, settling into the visual, settling into the sensation. And now from this space, begin to either quietly or out loud to yourself, begin to repeat the following affirmations. I am safe in my body. All of my needs are met. All of my needs will continue to be met. I am a safe space. I am safe in my body. All of my needs are met. All of my needs will continue to be met in the future. I am a safe space. I am supported. Take a couple deep breaths right here. And now very slowly begin to feel that red glowing energy begin to grow smaller and smaller and smaller until your root chakra, your Muladhara, is all the way back down in its home at the base of your spine. Notice once more just what it looks like. How has it changed? How has it remained the same? There's no right or wrong. Just notice what you see and trust that everything is exactly as it should be. With each inhale, I want you to now feel those roots growing back up out of the earth, retreating all the way back into your body. Feeling them come all the way back up until you are right here, back into your space, back into your body. We'll slowly begin to wiggle into the fingers and the toes. Maybe begin to roll into our wrists, maybe our ankles. Slowly begin to stretch your arms all the way up and overhead like that first glorious wake up stretch in the morning. And whenever you're ready, we'll release our arms back down by our sides and allow our eyes to very softly flutter open. Thank you guys so very much for joining me in this root chakra meditation, whatever time it is that you're watching this. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. My inbox and my DMs are always open. All of the information on how to contact me is down in the description box below. I hope you all have an absolutely beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Let's close this out. Bring our hands together to meet at our heart. Softly bow our chin to our chest. Empty out your lungs completely. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. the love, the light, and the darkness within me sees, honors, and recognizes the love, the light, and the darkness within each and every one of you. Namaste.